Hi everyone. I think this is going to be a short one. Um, I thought about not doing one tonight because my fatigue level is just the flare up is just worse, and um, I'm trying to do too much and not rest. I mean, I'm only 3 weeks out, plus going through withdrawal and all the other things that cause fatigue. See, I can't speak. Um, that cause fatigue, and so well, let's just talk about wrestling. Um, I've never very been good at just resting. Um, like sometimes when you have chronic health issues, you do have to like have a day in bed, or there's days you just are not able to do anything, but that's not rest. That's your body just has given out and you can't do anything that day. Um, I'm starting to feel a little better as far like mobility, so I'm trying to push myself more to do things that I probably shouldn't be doing right now. And I'd like to say I know better than that, but I guess I don't. Um, well, anyway, so I looked up some scriptures on rest, and Jesus in Matthew 8:23-24, that's when he fell asleep in the storm on the boat. Um, Now, no matter how tired I am, I just can't fall asleep when we've got tornado weed stuff going on. So, um, but Jesus, he was human like the rest of us. So he got tired. He needed sleep. He needed rest. So he encouraged his disciples to rest. That was in Mark 6:31. I didn't write those down. And then John 4:6. Jacob's well was there, and Jesus, tired as he was from the journey, sat down by the well. It was about noon. And so he rested there. And Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. So, I am going to try really, really hard to pick one day over the next 3 days where I actually do that, or I just rest and I'm not trying to force myself to do more than what I'm able to do, no matter how I feel. I mean, um, like, okay, earlier uh, was upstairs, and I didn't need the walker to go outside and sit in a different chair than what I've been sitting in and everything. I felt okay to walk to the chair, and I sat there for a while, and then I got up, and there was nothing to hold on to. There was no walker, there was no cane, there was nothing. And not smart on my part, because my leg was very stiff and in pain from sitting with it down for as long as I did. So I don't so I just need to pick pick a day that even if I feel like okay like that, I have to remember that I can maybe get to point A and feel okay, but I always have to, I can get from point A to point B, but when I'm at point B, I'm going to have to get back to point A. Uh, Most of the time, 99% of the time, my body is not able to do that um, without some assistance, whether it's a mobility device or someone who's with me. And I always seem to forget that because from point A to point B, I feel like I can do things, but um, anyway, so I don't know what day. I don't have any appointments the next 3 days. You know, it's a holiday weekend for many of us. Well, those of us who live in the U.S. And uh, I'm just going to try to make the next 3 days about rest. You know, Tuesday starts my appointments routine all over again. I don't have any extra appointments the next 2 weeks until the 8th. Then I have another post op, and then my schedule should be pretty much the routine it's been for a while until I start with the pre op for my shoulder. Um, so hopefully, and then hopefully, by the end of the 3 days, I will have made it through the withdrawal process. I keep forgetting I stopped 2 medications this week, so my body's going to be extra tired, and I attempted to go into Dollar General yesterday again, which not smart. I didn't get very far where I had to turn around and go back. And today tried Walmart, and I'm just not a Walmart person. And I only needed a couple things, 2 things. And yeah, Walmart doesn't work like that, does it? Um, but my mom needed some stuff too, so uh, I had to get her things. And um, I also knew I was going to be in the house in here for 3 days, and as much as I need rest and need to be here not doing things, that's a lot of days for me. Um, um, anyway, I'm just going to try and work on some projects um, to finish projects, not start new ones, to finish some, and just dive into random movies, whatever I can find, watch people's lives. If the weather cooperates, sit outside and watch my growing, ever growing little zoo. And that's very relaxing and restful. Um, so, anyway, just take some time to rest this weekend, whatever that means for you. You know what? I forgot to look up in here what today is. Let's see, what's today's date? You'd think the 22nd. So he surrounds me with loving kindness and tender mercies. He fills my life with good things. That's Psalm 103, 4 and 5. Peace will come, joy will surface, hope will emerge, and our hearts will rest. Now, see, I didn't know that was going to talk about rest. And our hearts will rest when we give God control and focus on Him. Don't you want His infinite goodness? Yes, we do, but sometimes we go our own way and bury our wounded and wayward hearts in worldly things. but He stands at the ready for our undivided attention, responding to it with His immeasurable grace. So I know this is about your hearts, but just talk about rest and how we do go our own way. And I think I just said that, and I didn't read this before right now. So definitely I need to do that in the next 3 days. So if you want to let me know how you rest, what you do for rest, what you consider rest, and of course you can put that in the comments. For me, it's just, watching my zoo, making sure I only do the exercises and things that I'm supposed to be doing right now. And finishing up projects, not starting new ones. And even I don't even have to finish up projects. I can just we'll just see how each day goes. But uh, but the goal is to feel more rested by Tuesday, and so we'll see what happens tomorrow and what God brings. And have a great weekend. I will still. I do have other things I wanted to talk about yesterday, so I will get those done. But my body is really, really wiped out. But I know a lot of you can relate to that, so that really helps a lot. I just have to stop thinking of all the things that I want to do, but I'm not able to do right now. Anyway, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Do all the YouTube things.